Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me there at the jail?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good morning, everyone. My name is Judge Christy Ruppe. You're all here this morning for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there's probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not you committed the crime in which you've been arrested for. As you stand before me today, you are considered not guilty of what you've been arrested for, and that status will remain with you through each stage of these proceedings up until changed by you if you plea out to your case or the state attorney's office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you were arrested on a new charge or a warrant. Either way, you were given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of pretrial release which will be imposed upon you. I will also determine this morning whether you would like to hire a private attorney, whether you'll be representing yourself, or whether you'd like the assistance of the Public Defender's Office. You are entitled to make a phone call. If you haven't done so yet, to let friends, family, or counsel know where you are, please let me know. I'll make sure that happens today. Finally, and most importantly, you have the right to remain silent, and I encourage you to do so. These hearings are recorded, and there's an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything that you say. So anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be used against you in the prosecution down the road. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Solemnly swear affirm the testimony before the court be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Okay, you can go ahead and put your hands down. As I call your name, please come forward to the podium. Jenny Card. Good morning, Ms. Card. What's your date of birth?
7/31/73.
Okay, you are here this morning for 2 counts of animal cruelty. I did find probable cause for that. Did you want to represent yourself? You want to hire somebody? You want the Public Defender's Office?
Public Defender's Office.
I'll appoint the Public Defender to represent you. State the Chief of Prior Record?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Ma'am, I have an address for you on Cobra Street in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
And how long have you lived there?
About 6.5 years.
Okay. Do you have a job?
Not at the moment.
Okay. When was the last time you worked?
Probably about 7 years ago
Okay.
in New Hampshire.
Okay, I'll go ahead and set your bond at $500 for each case. It's a total of $1,000. And we're going to see you back to court on October 11th at 9 a.m., okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Adramini Joseph. Miss Joseph, what's your date of birth?
January 7, 1978.
Okay, you are here this morning for a battery charge. I did find probable cause for that. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the Public Defender's Office?
I'm going to hire an attorney.
Okay, do you know who you're going to hire?
I don't know yet. I have to call it the legal shield.
Okay.
I don't know who.
Okay. All right. I was just confused about who the actual victim in this case was, according to the PC affidavit, whether it was Jeffrey Jackson or Danya Lee, because the PC affidavit has the battery against both of them, so I'm not really sure which one is the victim. So if it's Jeffrey Jackson, then it should have been domestic, and it's not domestic, so I'm assuming it's Danya Lee.
Even
Don't say anything. I'm talking to the state attorney's office, not you, okay? Don't say anything about the facts of your case. I'm just going over with them an issue that I have with the PC affidavit, okay?
Sorry about that.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to order no contact with both of them, though, until I hear differently from them or from the state attorney's office. I'm going to order no contact with Jeffrey Jackson and Danya Lee. Do not have contact with either one of those people, okay?
Okay.
All right. Does she have a prior record state?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Ms. Joseph, I have an address for you on Rialto Ave in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Oh, no, I live in Spring Hill now.
Okay. Can you give me the address?
2490 Ambassador Avenue.
Ambassador?
Yes.
Okay. What's the zip code there?
34609.
All right. How long have you lived there?
About 3.5 years.
Okay. Do you have a job?
Oh, yes.
What kind of work do you do?
LPN.
Okay. And you said no prior record, right, State?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and give you a bond of $100, okay? And we're going to see you back to court on October 11th at 9 a.m. Make sure to get in touch with whoever you're going to hire and let them know when your court date is, okay?
All right, thank you.
Okay. Chastity Edwards. Miss Edwards, what's your date of birth?
11/06/73.
Okay. You are here today for a failure to appear. It looks like you failed to appear on September 6th for a possession of paraphernalia charge in front of Judge Hitzman. Is there an offer for her to take care of her case today?
I'm showing this as a violation of probation
Oh, is
case,
it?
Your Honor, and the recommendation is 60 days.
Okay. All right, Miss Edwards, is that correct, probation?
Yes,
Okay.
Miss.
All right. Miss Edwards, if you want to take care of your case today, the state is offering 60 days Hernando County Jail. You want to go ahead and take care of that today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You understand by taking this plea today that you're giving up your right to go to a violation of probation hearing and have the state prove that you violated your probation?
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
You understand that? You understand that you're giving up the right to present witnesses at that hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You got to step a little bit closer to the microwave. Okay, to the microphone. I'm at home right now. All right. Okay. What are you doing with the camera? All right. What was she on probation for? I can't find it now. Okay. You're on probation for possession of paraphernalia. Do you admit that you violated your probation?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I accept your admission. I find it's freely and voluntarily given. I adjudicate you guilty. Sentence you, it was 60 days, right, State?
Yes, Your Honor.
I sentence you to 60 days in Hernando County Jail. Do we know what her credit for time served is? Does she have any credit in? Other than these 2 days?
I'm not showing any prior arrest on this case.
Okay. All right,
Nothing
we'll give you
back
2 days credit for the time served that you have in, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And you have $50 cost of prosecution that will be assessed against you. Other than that, you're all set to go.
Thank you.
Rigo Rahira. And this PC affidavit has him as a female, just so you know. All right, Mr. Rahira, what's your date of birth?
06/09/93.
All right, you are here this morning for an aggravated battery on a pregnant person and a criminal mischief. I did find probable cause for both of those. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? Or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
Appoint the public defender to represent you. State prior record.
Your Honor, I'm showing a dropped battery in 2014. That's all I'm showing.
All right, so no prior convictions.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Mr. Rahira, I have an address for you on Wakefield Drive in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
About 22 years.
All right, do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm a concrete finisher.
Okay. All right, do you live with Rosemary Sanchez?
No, ma'am.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and give you a bond on the domestic battery case, but I need you to have no contact with Rosemary Sanchez while this case is pending, okay? Is she pregnant with your child?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You have no contact with her unless the court tells you differently, okay? So that means do not call her, do not write her, do not email her. Any way that you can think of having contact with her, don't do it. If she calls you, you need to hang up the phone. If you see her out somewhere, you need to turn around and go the other way. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you do have contact with her while this case is pending, you'll be arrested on a new charge, and you'll be held without bond until these cases are resolved, okay? I'm also going to hold you until 4 o'clock today in case Miss Sanchez wants to file an injunction against you. If you get served with that injunction, you want to read it carefully because it's going to go over exactly how many feet you need to stay away from her residence, her school, her car, or anywhere else that she may frequent. So Hotel 4, no contact with Rosemary. I'm going to give you a $1,000 bond on the domestic battery, and I'm going to keep count 2 at $1,000 for the criminal mischief. I've appointed the public defender's office. If you're unable to bond out, someone will come out and see you. If you do bond out, you want to make your way down to the PD's office, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we're going to see you back to court on October 17th at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
Christopher Bingham. And Mr. Bingham, what's your date of birth?
July 2nd, 1985.
All right, you are here this morning for a couple things. First thing I have here is a grand theft. I did find probable cause for that. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? You want the public defender's office?
Public defenders.
Okay. I want the public defender to represent you on that. State receiver prior record?
He does, Your Honor. I'm showing a guilty disposition in 2015 for prostitution out of Pinellas County. Adjudication withheld 2015 for petty theft. First offense 2014, also out of Pinellas. I'm showing charges for possession of paraphernalia and cannabis out of Pinellas in 2008. No disposition in that matter. Guilty disposition 2008, reckless driving, reduced from a DUI, also out of Pinellas. Adjudication withheld 2007 for possession of paraphernalia and possession of cannabis, and that's also out of Pinellas. That's all I'm showing, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Mr. Bingham, I have an address for you on Covewood Drive in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes.
All right. How long have you lived there?
About a year now.
All right. Do you have a job?
Yes.
What kind of work do you do?
I do termite and pest control.
All right. All right. For this case, I'm going to keep the bond at $2,000. We're going to see you back to court on October 17th at 9 a.m. The next case I have is a retail theft from Walmart. I did find probable cause for that. I'll appoint the public defender's office. The bond on that is $500. I'll keep that bond at $500, and we'll see you back to court on October 11th, because that's a misdemeanor, okay? The rest of these are misdemeanors. You're going to have 2 different court dates right now. One of them is going to be for your felony case, for the grand theft, and the rest are going to be for your misdemeanor cases. So that case is October 11th at 9 a.m. The next case I have is a retail theft from Walmart. I did find probable cause for that. I'm going to keep the bond at $500. I'm going to see you back to court October 11th at 9 a.m. The next case I have for you is also retail theft from Walmart. The bond on that is $500. I did find probable cause. I'm going to keep the bond at $500. I'm going to see you back to court on October 11th. And that should be all of them. If you're unable to bond out, the public defender's office will come out and see you. If you do bond out, you want to make your way to the public defender's office, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Jason Butts. Mr. Butts, what's your date of birth?
7/1/79.
All right, you were here this morning for a domestic battery. I did find probable cause for that. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? You want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
Appoint the public defender to represent you. State this your prior record.
Not in state, Your Honor, and it appears, as far as his out of state, it appears there was a domestic battery arrest in 2010. That action was dismissed. A telephone harassment in 2009. That action was dismissed. A computer harass and threaten from 2009. Appears that was also dismissed. Destruction of property in 2009. Again, it appears that it was dismissed. It's kind of difficult to read some of the out-of-state histories, Your Honor. And then a conviction in 2002 for driving while license suspended.
Okay.
That's what I can see.
Okay. Jason, I have an address for you on Forside Ave in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. How long have you lived there?
3 months.
Okay. Where did you live before that?
7040 Thistlebrook Lane.
All right. How long have you lived in Hernando County?
6 years. 6 years.
Okay. Do you have a job?
Yes.
What kind of work do you do?
Self-employed, handyman, lawn care, street work.
Okay. All right, I'm going to give you a bond of $1,000 for this, okay? But I also am going to hold you until 4 o'clock today in case Althea Brooks wants to file an injunction against you. If you do get served that injunction, it's very important that you read it carefully. It will give you very specific information as to how far away you need to stay from Miss Brooks, her house, her car, her school, or anywhere that she works while this case is pending, okay? In the meantime, I'm going to order that you have no contact with her. Do not call her, do not write her, do not email her, do not have anyone else call her, write her, or email her. If you see her out somewhere, you need to turn around and go the other way. If she calls you, you need to hang up the phone. Any way that you can imagine having contact with Miss Brooks, I forbid you to do so. If you do have contact with her while this case is pending, you'll be held without bond and charged with a new crime. Do you understand all of that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We're going to see you back to court on October 11th at 9 a.m. If you do bond out, make sure to reach out to your public defender, okay?
Okay.
Nicholas Semino. Mr. Semino, what's your date of birth?
9/25/86.
All right. You are here this morning for 1 count of defrauding a pawnbroker and dealing in stolen property. Start with that one.
Yes, Your Honor.
I did find probable cause for those. Do you want to represent yourself? You want to hire somebody? You want the public defender's office?
Public Defender's Office, please.
I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Any prior record?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm showing an action was dropped for grand theft in 2016 out of Hernando. Guilty disposition 2015, grand theft out of Hernando. A guilty disposition 2014 for domestic violence battery out of Hernando. Guilty disposition 2013, possession of a controlled substance. Also in that case, an action was dropped for, or count was dropped for grand theft. And then there is a guilty disposition for another count of grand theft 2013, also out of Hernando. Driving while license suspended 2011 out of Hernando, no disposition. Guilty disposition in 2009 for possession of meth with intent to sell, possession of oxycodone, and use of two-way communication device out of Hernando. A violation of driver's license restriction and DUI guilty dispositions in 2009 out of Hernando. Guilty disposition 2007, possession of cannabis, and an action was dropped for battery out of Hernando. A adjudication withheld 2006, battery on a person 65 years or older, and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, also adjudication withheld out of Hernando, and that's what I'm showing, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Semino, I have an address for you on Odin Street in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, Your Honor.
How long have you lived there?
About 15 years.
Do you have a job?
Yes, Your Honor.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm a barber.
Okay. All right, for this case, the defrauding a pawnbroker, you're going to keep the bond at $2,000. Dealing in stolen property is $5,000. For the next case I have, it's burglary of a dwelling. I did find probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender. The bond is $10,000. For the next case I have, burglary of a dwelling. I did find probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender. The bond is $10,000. We'll see you back to court on all of these cases on October 17th, okay?
Your Honor,
Yep.
is there any way I can get a lower bond? Because my bond's kind of high, and I have a baby on the way, and I'm just trying to make bond so I can get out for my family.
Yeah, Mr. Semino, that's not going to happen.
All right, thank you.
Okay? Talk to your attorney about it. James Murray. Hi, Mr. Murray. What's your date of birth?
7875.
All right, you were here this morning for a violation of probation. It looks like the violation of probation warrant was signed by Judge Hitzman on August 30th of this year. You were placed on probation for, it looks like, possession of marijuana, and it looks like the probation office is recommending 30 days jail. Do you want to go ahead and take care of this case today?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you understand that by taking a plea on this violation of probation today, that you're giving up your right to go to a violation of probation hearing.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're giving up your right to present witnesses and evidence at that hearing.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're giving up your right to have the state prove that you violated your probation.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you want to give up those rights and take care of this case today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do you admit that you violated your probation?
Yes, ma'am.
Accept your admission. I find it's freely and voluntarily given. I adjudicate you guilty. Sentence you to 30 days Hernando County Jail. Do we know anything about time served for Mr.?
I'm not showing any other arrests.
I'll give you
Back
2 days for the
guilty.
credit time served that you have in, okay? You have $50
Yes,
assessed against you for the cost of prosecution on this case. And that should do it, okay?
Thank you.
All right, Christopher Shives. Mr. Shives, what's your date of birth?
3489.
Alrighty. You are here today for a failure to appear, it looks like out of Palm Beach County.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And it looks like it's for a violation of injunction for protection against domestic violence. So they want to come and get you, so we're going to put a hold on you here. They want no bond, so we're not going to give you a bond. And usually they come pick you up within about 5 days, okay? So we're going to give them time to do that, all right?
All right, fair enough.
All right. Timothy Connor. Mr. Connor, what's your date of birth?
October 15th, 1970.
All right. You are here this morning for a grand theft and uttering a forged instrument, 2 counts of that. I did find probable cause. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? You want the public defender's office?
PD.
I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. On those counts, I'm going to keep, there's 3 counts total. The bonds are $2,000 each pursuant to the warrant. I'm going to keep them at $2,000 each, and we're going to see you back to court on those cases on October 17th at 9 a.m. in front of Judge Merritt. The next case I have for you is a violation of probation. There's probable cause for your arrest. There's no bond on that. We're going to keep that at no bond. We're going to see you back to court on October 17th at 9 a.m. in front of Judge Merritt. Next case I have for you is a violation of probation. I did find probable cause for your arrest. There's no bond on that. We're going to keep that at no bond, and we're going to see you back to court October 17th in front of Judge Merritt. Next case I have for you is a violation of probation. There's no bond on that. There's probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to keep that at no bond. I'm also appointing the public defender on all of these cases, and we'll see you back to court on that on October 17th. Next case I have for you is a violation of probation. There's no bond on that. We're going to keep that at no bond, appoint the public defender's office, and see you back to court on October 17th. Next case I have for you is a violation of probation. There's probable cause for your arrest. There's no bond on that. We're going to keep that at no bond. I'm appointing the public defender, and we'll see you back to court on October 17th. The next case I have for you is a violation of probation on a misdemeanor case in front of Judge Hitzman. They find probable cause for your arrest. There's no bond on that. We're going to keep that at no bond, and we're going to see you back to court on October 11th at 9 a.m., and I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Okay? Should do it. Brandon Davis. Hi, Mr. Davis. You are here because it looks like you have some outstanding charges out of Oklahoma, and it looks like Oklahoma may want to extradite you. My question to you here today is you have 2 options. You can set an extradition hearing, and it'll take us about 60 days to get that extradition hearing set. During the extradition hearing, all Oklahoma has to prove is that they have a valid warrant for your arrest and that you are the person that is on that warrant. And then once they prove that, they can take you to Oklahoma. Or you can waive that hearing and give Oklahoma 15 days to decide whether they want to come get you. So do you want to waive the extradition hearing and put Oklahoma on the clock today for the 15 days?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then I'm going to have you sign a piece of paper. That should do it. Good luck, sir.
Ma'am, I do got one question.
Sure.
I have a charge here. I don't want to have to, like, if Oklahoma does come pick me up and they hold me for a year, you know, I get out there and I get.
Okay, you do have an open charge here?
Yes, ma'am.
When is that set for?
It's aggravated assault.
Do you have a court date for that yet?
Yes, October 17th.
Okay. Well, you're probably going to have to work out that case first, and then once that case is worked out, then Oklahoma will have 15 days to decide whether to come get you, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right. Did we get everyone at the jail?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, have a good day.